Hi Libra, this is your sun, moon, and rising video. So let's get right into it and see what is happening for my Libras at this time. We have the Six of Swords, the World, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. So Libra, I feel like a lot of you guys have gone through significant change in your life. A lot of stuff in your home life is changing and happening. For a lot of you, there is some kind of miscommunication or some kind of argument. One person feels like they always have to sacrifice while the other one always gets what they want due to what feels like brute force, or just, it's like perhaps you're the one that has a tendency of caving in before the other person does. There's always this feeling like you've abandoned parts of yourself in order to stay in this relationship, or to stay in to keep the household running properly. It's almost like you feel like you have to sacrifice or cave in, or just have to, it's almost like you don't even know how to fully negotiate. Yeah, I just really feel like you guys are really putting parts of yourself down, especially because it feels like there's a lot of burdens happening in your guys' life. But I am also getting that for a lot of you guys, you're in the process of changing the way that you view yourself. I feel like you're around somebody that can be maybe a little bit emotionally manipulative and a little bit mentally manipulative. And I'm getting that whatever is going to be taking place is going to help you guys heal and see and be able to properly judge and assess this relationship, right? Without any real filters. It's almost like you're going to see the truth of a situation, and it's going to help you decide whether or not you want to stick around, because I don't think you're very happy where you are currently. There is this defensive energy when it comes to having to maybe walk on eggshells, just not being able to express yourself fully. And I'm getting that it's just a very difficult situation. While you would be a lot better off, even if you're not in a relationship that works for you, to actually, it's almost like you're deciding whether or not to walk away, or to at least find ways to not have to sacrifice, right? I feel like a lot of you guys don't, it's just, I get this unappreciated feeling. You're doing a lot, and it's almost as if nobody's really complimenting you or giving you that appreciation that you deserve. So I'm going to pull some cards real quick here. We have the Sacred Creator Oracle deck. But it really feels like there's there is a part of you that just feels very restricted in this connection. Feel alone, even though maybe you're with somebody, you feel alone, almost like you'll be better off single, or you'll be better off actually alone than to be in a partnership. And when it gets to that point where you're questioning if you should stay or if you should go, most of the time that's an indication that you need to actually go. Because if you had that thought, then clearly something isn't working for you. And you know it, but a part of you is afraid to take that leap of faith, or you're afraid to get out of the situation, or there's other kinds of factors or complications, because for some of you guys it's actually like a family. But we also have here bravely market your magic. There's something that you have that is unique to you, right? When we think about successful people, a lot of the times it's their energy. It's kind of the person that we remember. They make like some kind of an impact, right? So for a lot of you guys, what part of you is unique and special, or what part of you that can help others or stand out? There's a part of you guys that maybe have kept yourself feeling small, or kept yourself in a situation where you're not growing as you actually want to. I'm also getting to that a lot of you guys, like I said, have to compromise a lot. And it always ends up feeling like you're sacrificing. When that happens, I mean, it's almost like you're giving what you have left, but there's not much energy left. There's not much, like when we don't know how to negotiate properly, we're always taking from an empty cup. We're not actually filling up our energy. When you have an excess flow of happiness or energy, we can give that freely to others without actually draining ourselves. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like you're in the negative. You feel really burnt out, tired, stressed. There's also just this lack of feeling appreciated, which I think for a lot of you guys is kind of another issue that you have talked about time and time again, or you just want the person to acknowledge the things you do, because I feel like a lot of you guys do a lot. And maybe you're just around people that are kind of ungrateful and don't really show that appreciation like they should. So we have bliss is worth creating from. The now. Creator fire. And see, that's what I was feeling. I felt like you guys were that Page of Wands, as well as the Knight of Swords. But I'm really getting that it's like it's like being around certain people when they drain your energy, or they make you feel like, if you're always around negative people, it is going to impact the way that you feel about yourself. It's going to impact how you move in the world. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've lost this sense of confidence in yourself, which I feel like, Libra, doesn't help to have somebody around who maybe doesn't appreciate you or always is putting you down in some way. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's building back up that self-esteem and that self-worth, which I feel like is not an easy thing. But I am sensing that for a lot of you guys, it's like you're just one shift away from creating and getting back to what will bring you joy again. I just feel like for a lot of you guys, it's learning not to sacrifice. We also have external validation. So like I was feeling, a lot of you guys are not really getting external validation, but I feel like a lot of you guys might seek for it. But I also feel like a lot of you are going to get into that appreciation for yourself, especially once you figure out what makes you unique, why you stand out, and why you're so important as a person. And I feel like once you start to find that creativity, that spark inside of yourself, which everybody has, but everybody's is unique because nobody's had the same experiences as you. Nobody has the exact same energy as you. Nobody has your looks. Nobody has the whole put together image of what makes you unique. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've been stuck in a relationship or stuck in some kind of home environment where you felt like you've had to restrict yourself. You felt like you weren't able to be who you truly were. For some of you guys, this is just your childhood experiences that you've had, but you're starting to break out of those habits, and you're starting to break out of that line of thinking where you feel like there's always something wrong with you, or you feel like you can't, that you're not worthy of being praised. I feel like a lot of that is starting to come to an end for you guys. We also have here light in the unexpected. So I feel like you will find parts of yourself that you never thought you would. And it's almost like too, when you start going in and start doing like your self-help, and you actually start acknowledging the shadow and other parts of yourself that we suppress, you start to realize that not only do you suppress negative things, but you also can suppress talents and abilities and good parts of yourself that we have put away because we felt so vulnerable. And once you're able to start releasing those, all of a sudden you're going to find things that you can market, things that you can create for the world. By finding it in the darkness, you will find the answers that you need. By going in and figuring out, why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you think the way you think? And these are very scary things because we never really know what we're going to come across. But virtually it's just you, and there's nothing to really be afraid of. And once you can start doing it more and more, it's going to start becoming more fun for you. I think that you're going to enjoy healing. You're going to enjoy going through these parts of your life, having new experiences, because you allow yourself to grow. So we also have here sacred mirror. I feel like this individual is mirroring back to you the way that you treat yourself on the inside. So I feel like if this person's really mean, which I get the feeling that you're dealing with somebody who's pretty mean, or just has some kind of like being a little bit of a bully, energy. And it feels like for a lot of you guys, you're starting to break out of that. Especially the more that you've been surrounded by people like that, you're starting to see where you don't want to be, and you're starting to rise higher. And I feel like once you do that, you're going to find people that you can be able to connect with that will actually be there for you. So let's pull the last cards here with the Namaste, Blessing, and Divination cards. Okay. We have a blessing of gratitude. Be grateful for all of your experiences, for all in life serves a purpose. There is a blessing in all that did or didn't happen. There is a blessing unfolding this very moment. Listen to your heart and follow its wisdom. Be mindful, for the journey is as important as the destination. Yeah, I feel like once you guys can start becoming more grateful for yourself, then more people will be more grateful as well. And I'm just getting, for a lot of you guys, the path of life is not easy, but I feel like a lot of you guys are still keeping your head held up high. You're still working hard. You're not letting people slow you down, even if it's hard at times. And I feel like a lot of you guys are on the right path of actually becoming more successful and actually discovering parts of yourself, especially like a new talent. I feel like some of you guys are going to stumble across a hidden gem or some kind of new surprise about yourself that is actually going to help you guys in the long run, making more money and becoming more abundant. So that's what I have for my Libras. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great and wonderful day. Bye.